Hello everybody, pleased to announce that NADCL is going to be back for Season 2. Very happy with all the people that were able to participate in Season 1, players, teams, viewers, sponsors. It was overall a really great experience for me and hopefully also for everybody that was involved. In Season 1, we were all about creating regular competition for teams and players in North America. There was this huge downtime in between the major and minor qualifiers of the first major minor and the second major minor, so our goal was to create a place for regular competition that these guys could continue to train and practice in order to become better Dota players and teams. We also wanted to provide a place where players could earn some supplemental income along the difficult road that it is to be a semi-professional Dota player. There aren't really a lot of opportunities for teams and players to make money inside of Dota unless they're at the highest level or a popular streamer. There isn't a place for you to make money. Another one of our goals with Season 1 was to develop ourselves as a company. You know, we have a team here that is all very new to hosting tournaments, and we have made a ton of mistakes along the way, but I like to think that we're learning pretty quickly, and we're just going to continue to develop our processes and our internal organization more and more so to present a better product. Some of the positives from last season: we had over 70 teams sign up for our open qualifiers. Great moments, listen-ins, those presented a couple cool clips, big plays from some of the players that people really liked. Brempo Gang represent. Many of our players from NADCL went on to play in the major and minor qualifiers and had some pretty decent success, I would say. Sammy Boy being the highlight player. He qualified to the minor, so I'll see you there, Sammy. And we learned a lot from Season 1, and we talked with our players and our teams in Discords throughout the season. We really do just want to present the coolest league and give these guys the best opportunities to be successful. So learning what actually is important to them and implementing that into our league structure is important and a priority for us. One of the complaints was the length of the season, and that is something that we are going to address. For some reason unknown to me, there was a 9-week gap in between the minor qualifiers and this season, or this kind of like part of the season's major qualifiers, and we wanted to fill that entire gap, and maybe that was a bit ambitious. So we are going to dial down on the size of the season, and we are going to make sure that our league is entirely finished before the open qualifiers for the Stockholm Major. Another change: we're also going to allow teams to be sponsored inside NADCL, and yes, that means sponsored teams can't compete. And I know that some of you guys are concerned that, you know, oh, EG or Complexity or JStorm or, you know, one of these top level professional teams might come in and swoop up the prize pool, but I don't think that's going to be the case. This is going to be, you know, once again, you're going to be regularly busy inside this league, and I don't think that those professional teams are going to have the interest or the time to compete. What this is going to do, it is going to allow you and your team to start developing your brands. And when you start to develop your brand and make a bigger name for yourself and you get more fans, you're going to be able to maybe even sign a deal with some small-time sponsors to kind of help you guys out along the way. These don't have to be major professional teams. You know, you might find some company or, you know, somebody's dad's brother who owns a business that wants to get involved in esports or just really likes the idea of helping out a cool group of guys. These don't have to be major sponsors, but the goal of NADCL is to create better exposure for you guys so you can help kind of build your own path to success within this difficult, you know, amateur to professional process. For those teams that are interested in developing their brands, we're actually going to try and help you along that way. We hired Mikey. Hopefully you've met him in Discord. He is our new community manager. He is going to be helping you in any way that you could possibly imagine. Just let him know if you want help designing a logo or getting some new emotes for your channel or whatever you can think of. We want to try and be as helpful as possible. And throughout the season, we're going to be creating some video content exactly for that purpose. We're going to teach you guys how to develop a brand, how to build your social media presence, and how to make yourselves more attractive for sponsors who may be looking to get involved within Dota. Dota is an international game. I play on an international team myself, and I understand that it can oftentimes be difficult to find 5 players within North America to form the best possible teams that you guys want to be on. So you will be able to have one player on your team that is not from your specific region. So that means IX Mike's team last year, they were playing with Costa Bile, and therefore they couldn't compete inside NADCL Season 1. That will no longer be the case. You will be able to have one player from anywhere you want compete, provided they'll be playing with some ping, and they will also need to adhere to the schedule of the North American time zone. So if you want to pick up some European player, he may be playing at 3 or 4 in the morning. We all make sacrifices, and if that's what you guys want to do, you're more than welcome to do that. Well, we had a lot of controversy in our first season over stand-ins, as our rules were pretty loose. The reason why our rules were so loose was because I was very much interested in teams just being able to play as many games as possible. I really disliked the idea of anybody forfeiting games in the season, because that was essentially what the league was all about. We had a really flat prize pool structure that didn't really have a big difference between 5th to 8th or 4th or 3rd or 2nd or even 1st. And the idea was that everybody has a regular active place to be competing, and forfeiting games goes completely against that. With a shorter season this time, only being 4 weeks in a playoffs instead of 7 weeks in a playoff, teams will be required to keep a consistent roster throughout the entire season, and stand-ins are only to be used in case of emergency. Stand-ins cannot be from other NADCL teams, nor can they be members of existing professional Dota teams. Big shout out and thank you to everybody who watched and interacted with our league in Season 1. I hope you enjoy Season 2 and more seasons to come. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the league.